Okay. Hello, if anyone's watching this back. We're just gonna be doing some things in my Baldur's Gate campaign for a little bit here. Let me check what these notifications are. Cool, cool. Yeah, let's get into it. Okay. It has been a couple weeks since have been in the editor. I'm using Moonglasses, which is a community-driven, like, unlocked toolkit. There's lots of resources on their Moonglasses Discord. That's super great. Trying to get these music settings just right. If I do something like that. Yeah. Okay, so I'm planning on releasing my current mod here as like a vertical slice pretty soon. But there's a few more things I want to do just as like cleanup. I also need to make sure that Essek here does not have 1,000,000 hit points and that I actually updated that. Let's see. He does have a bunch of hit points. Also, is that sound gonna play every time I hit play? Okay. Hopefully not. So for that, I just want to do this before I forget. It's going to be in the stats editor, I think. Stats, character. Great. I think I had him at like 78 or something like that. We'll call that good. Easy enough to change. Okay, so one thing I wanted to do is get a waypoint going. I have a guide put up on my other monitor. Also in the Moonglasses Discord, again, highly recommend. What am I looking for? Guides and tutorials. Okay. This is a guide by Miranda Nyan, who is like one of the very main like developers of the engine. So very incredible person. So creating a basic custom waypoint, that's done with the DB waypoint info helper. Step 1, add a waypoint object and position. Separate layer. Sounds good. New layer. That to just be waypoints. Set that as active. Enable it by select. So in the root templates, there should be, I'm looking for some prefabs. This ensures the visual and I don't know the difference between light and dark. It's one, it's lit, and one is not. Let's find out. Might replace this little like iceberg with it. And oh geez. So that's light, waypoint helper, and then let's just see. Let's put this in a way we won't get mixed up. So this is a decal object. If I got used to the got back into the creation kit hotkeys. Okay, cool. So there's our decal. Yep. And I believe that's the orientation we want, but let's... Oh geez. Yep, it's gonna take me... Okay, 2, 3, 4. Let's remind ourselves. Okay. So the orientation doesn't really matter, as long as it looks okay. We just want this rectangle to be... That rectangle, I assume, is the decal, like, projection, essentially. So we just want to make sure that is all nice and flush. Move and rotate to a wall or ground. I don't need to save just yet. Next search, teleport trigger. I actually don't know if I've used teleport triggers yet, but this is essentially where characters will be teleported to. Honestly, I'll just stick it at the start. Why not? Trigger, teleport. Oh, I'm already... It's been a while, so I've lost my... Forgot what my naming convention was. I also like really need to organize. Trigger can't... Okay. Trigger, teleport, waypoint. Might have more waypoints if I'm able to expand this, so we'll give it the suffix as start. Just make everything nice and neat. Find camera angles, directions. Oh, this is fun. Oh, that's very cool. We do like 180. Facing forward, great. And reset zoom, great. Make them both global. Okay. I don't know too much about globals, but I assume... I assume that it just keeps it at least referenced when the level's not loaded. So let's see if that did anything right off the bat. I don't really know the let me see what this dark one is about. I'm just using the light one, but is it lit versus unlit? Maybe. We'll roll with the light one for now. Okay. Looks like we're adding a new story. So I think I'm just gonna, this might be totally unnecessary, but I'm just gonna make a totally, it's in my mod, great, bk script, waypoints. So I've been more comfortable with Osiris, but still getting a handle on like actually tapping into like the global databases. Like I have an ambush like right off the bat here, but it's a little buggy because I think I'm like partially using the database in their global script, but I messed something up, I believe. So this would be Act 2. For my mod. Wait, so this will be the region name. Which will use the string key editor, so we'll get to that in a second. Shrine UUID. Click on the waypoint helper. So it is, I can close the stats editor for now. Yeah. And then I think it's just the UUID. That's one thing I'm also still just trying to get a... oh, did this change? That's cool. It's a little cleaner. I think I just need to... this guy... And then the same thing for the trigger. Because like sometimes you see here they have, you need like the name you've set, or sometimes they need like the type and then the name and then the UUID. So it's been taking a lot of trial and error. So I'm not quite sure what like the actual like logic is behind like, you know, like when do you use the type and when do you not, when do you use the name and when do you just need the UUID. Okay, we'll see if this builds. It built, okay. So theoretically when we get close enough, it should open up the waypoint and like unlock it in our map, even though I don't have a mini map right now. And it should say like wape reach place for now, because I don't have a stream key yet, a string key. So let us test that out. Okie dokie. Okay, so there is, yep. It's funny that it's giving me the to-dos. I don't know if it unlocks. I don't think it did. What about this guy? Because I'm wondering if it like supposed to swap them out or something. Okay, so it's partially working. Also, this trigger is firing more than once. Oh, I guess I was just always inside it, so it didn't trigger. I guess we don't really need it to turn on. Okay, well, we'll see. Ah, okay. So we'll get to that. That's a little addendum. Okay, so translated string key. Done this for some books and notes and stuff. It's a little, you can't edit them at the moment, but I believe they're working on that. My waypoints. Clicking. I believe it's this one. Waypoints. Oh, okay, hang on. Add a new key with the same name. Okay, so I don't want to do this yet. I need to go back into the story editor. Waypoint. What should we call it? Aor start. So kind of, I guess I should say the basis of this mod is kind of, takes place in Aor from Critical Role, and also have made a wizard subclass around Dunamancy. So I have 3 spells and a class feature. I have some other ones kind of like I have ideas for, but I haven't implemented them yet. That's almost done. I just need to, but I do need to do some polish for sure. Okay, now we want to do a new item. Key, so the key is there. Aor. We can have cool names for these later. The eventual plan, so this is a very linear level, probably about an hour to complete. 3 combat encounters, you're like rescuing Caleb, if there's any fans of Critical Role happening to see this. Essek asks you to help Caleb. So it's very linear right now. I'd like to, and you know, I made the bulk of this in like 2 or 3 months, so I didn't have a ton of scope. I had a very short scope, and on top of just like learning the editor and stuff. But the eventual plan, so the plan right now is to kind of tidy it up, put a bow on it, release essentially like a vertical slice, and then keep working on it. I especially want to add, I have some ideas for like, because so much of Baldur's Gate is like interacting with NPCs and factions. I have some ideas for like Aormatons that I think could be interesting. But we'll see what happens. I at least want to get like this, what I have so far, out into the world. So that should, oh, hopefully I didn't just crash it. Some of the tools are a little, you know, because we're kind of like, the devs are kind of like reconstructing this, you know, reconstructing the engine. Oh geez, I made it mad. Yeah, it's mad at me. What's going on here? I guess we're gonna open up Task Manager, see what's up. Can I end just that? Is it gonna nuke my Moonglasses? It might. Yeah. So I can't tell if, like, the music in the background is also freaking out. I don't think it is. I have it so low that I can't entirely tell what's going on. Please? We might just have to pull the plug. Yep. I think so. Okie doke. Well, that's why we save. Just a part of game development. Okay, no. Okay, let's get her going. All in all, I've really enjoyed getting to know this engine. I know we're like technically not supposed to have access to it, or at least like the level editing features. But I've used a few different proprietary engines, and I'm really enjoying this one. They all have different strengths and weaknesses, but something I've really been noticing in the last, I guess, year or two is it's interesting how much like the engine determines like what kind of game you make. You know, like I think like Baldur's Gate, their engine like works really well for their kind of like isometric thing, their specific like camera angles that they have going on, and you know they have pretty robust like dialogue systems and cinematic systems. Versus like Creation Kit for Bethesda seems very focused on like, it's a little hard to describe, but I'd say there's a very strong emphasis on like the world itself, which makes sense for a Bethesda game because you can do like pretty much anything in a Bethesda game. Okay, give her a second. I also think I'm not totally on the most up-to-date version. I think the open beta, the patch 8, kind of blew some of the toolkit up. That's okay. I think might be a public beta version behind. Okay, I want to see if our waypoints... Oh, you can open it. Maybe. Like a little scared to do anything. What did I call this? Oh, that's the dialogue editor. I'm also curious if I've heard of people's like cinematics breaking in this update, and I'm curious if that happened to mine. Which I would very much hope not. You want to open? She's fighting me right now. I wonder if it's because of the string key editor. Oh. Yes. There's our answer. String key waypoints. We'll just copy that, close that. Aor. I'll just leave it as Aor. Sure. Okay. So I'm a little scared to save, because that's what broke it last time. Let's just try closing and see if that's saved. It did. Okay. So now if I use this, so can I turn down my editor sound options, audio? Nice. I guess we just name it Aor then, you know? Interesting. I also need to make sure it doesn't like spit out this level name, like the technical name. Let me try saving the string key. Let's also reference this. Says exit out of empty field. Oh god. Okay, we'll see if this crashes. Okay, I don't think it crashed. And let's reload the one story. Is this like How to Train Your Dragon? Is that what this song is? Eternal Mountain by Lincoln Davis. There's a bit that sounded like a very dramatic version of How to Train Your Dragon. Okay, so that's not working. So let's just give it a string in the story editor and call it a day. If we just call this Aor. This song's a bit intense. I'm gonna skip it. Might have to reload, but maybe not. Ayor. Okay. Cool, and then we want to lock the waypoint. You can also edit the range at which the waypoint triggers under the actual waypoint. So it's doing some Anubis stuff, so I might not even need to make a script for it. So that's the decon. So that's what we actually want, is the waypoint helper. Where is the Anubis config? There it is. Okay, 18 meters. Amount 1. Is this probably like a bool, like locked versus unlocked? It's a lot of trial and error. Oh no. Okay, I want to get decently far away from it. Can't tell if that's like active or not. Okay, so I don't have any waypoints. That should be about 18 meters. Oh. Okay. I think I can just add this in with a script. Like, that should not be too bad. Waypoint shrine. Okay. I think we can go ahead and delete these. Oh. Wait. I took it back. Okay. I want 0. So I want the lights. Yeah. Okay. Let's just put this back at 1. Yep, yep. Cast shadows. Okay, let us check out what's going on. I saw a waypoint script somewhere. Map markers. Waypoints. Oh, interesting. Through direct interaction. Waypoint registration. So this is the main thing. This is what we did. This music. Do, 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 do. Sure. Waypoint lock / unlock. So I think it just starts. I want to see how. Like, do they just start unlocked? Global autosaves. Where's like a region? I want a region. Act 1, those are save games, I think. Okay. So somewhere that definitely has a waypoint. The crash definitely does. Let's see what the misc is. Waypoint. Okay, not really in there. Hmm. Arcane Tower should have one. Okay, so I don't know where those are actually being like set. I guess let's just try some stuff. I don't know what else to do. So, oh god. I want to do lock waypoint. So this is like adding it to the database, right? This is where we are going to look for here. Or so lock waypoint. Oh. Like where are they? I just don't know like all these all the individual waypoints, like where are they actually being set? This could also be like one of the instances where it's like different between in the game versus out of the game. So let's just try and have this locked by default. Again, don't really know what I'm doing. Like, are these just like locked? I can't tell if it's like locked or unlocked by default. Let's try unlocking it when I hit my entry trigger. then, okay, how do we unlock waypoint? Then, and then, again, I don't really know what I'm doing. I know this probably won't build. I'm curious if it will, if I need a, I don't think I need a separate then before the procedure. Parameter 1, yeah. I feel like the music keeps like just spiking randomly. Okay, let's see if, I don't really know if this is the ID or not. Oh wait, shit. That's wrong. That's bad. That's not what I want. Okay, it wants a string. It got the UID, but it wants a string. So maybe it's AOR? Okay, that built. Does it work? Those are two different questions. Yes, please save. Because I don't want this, the reason I'm trying to lock it, if it's not already locked, which it may be, is that I don't want, you know, whenever you're in Act 2, to just teleport in. That is not the intent. Okay, so when I hit the trigger, waypoint discovered. That's good. I'll have to see if that's like actually like theoretically it's working. Maybe I do need to lock it first. Some of this I'm gonna have to test out just like in the game, I think. Also, this is like kind of clipping through the wall in a weird way. Maybe something like that. Like I would imagine it's just locked by default. But I feel like it doesn't really matter if the VFX are still there. I think we'll leave that for now. I'm very curious how... I actually want to take a look at... Like, I can't find where those are actually referenced in Osiris. I want to take a look at the base game levels. Okay, that's unloaded. Level. That should work. This is a kind of a beefy level. It's pretty much the entire Act 2. Oh, here we go. VFX pocket dimensions. So this is Act 2. If you haven't seen it before. It's pretty much, yeah, this is pretty much the entire level. There's Moonrise. So I know there's a waypoint outside of Moonrise. At least I think that's Moonrise. Oh, that's like the back, right? Yep, that's, okay, that's the side route. So this is the main gate. So there's a waypoint, yes, here. So how do you work? See, it's inert. I think this is the teleport trigger. Helper waypoint A. Helper waypoint A. Just don't, I guess it should be the dark. Amount 1. Is there anything that is not changed from default? It's a prefab, so I doubt it. It doesn't look like it. There's this yellow or this orange like diamond that pops up next to it if like a property has been changed, which is super helpful. Let's see. It looks like it's just normal. I want to see if we can find this waypoint. No. Anywhere. Global item. This is helper waypoint A. So I'm curious if I just play. Don't want to save any changes to the base game. Oh boy. Yes, yes.
Cold.
Waypoint discovered.
What kind of dark is this?
We're close. I can feel it. The absolute. Its power
Is that what the default Dream Guardian sounds like? I never use the male voices. That's funny. Okay, and it might just kill me. That'd be kind of funny. See, it's... Okay, I'll have to play with that in the base game. I don't know, it looks fine for them. Okay. So definitely sort of functional in my to-do list here. I'll say waypoint is in progress. Shadow out behind sealed door. Some of this some of this is like related, like the region notification. Region. Oh, it's the wrong window. Event trigger. Like, there's no way this music... Like, what's happening with this music? I think it's just freaking out. I'm asking my computer to do... It's a powerful laptop, but it is still a laptop. Okay, let's see if we can knock out this region notification. It looks pretty simple. If it doesn't crash on me. Oh wait, okay, yeah. Load level. My level. Okay. So this one looks like it's just kind of if enter trigger, blah blah blah, and DB players and only once. Oh, query only once, not DB only once. Interesting. Then, okay. Add exploration experience, set sub-region name, A or the Fallen City 1. I don't know what this is. Event, market, sub-region entered. Oh, is it? I wonder if this is a region, like a whole trigger that just covers the entire region. A or the Fallen City. So I'm curious. Interesting. Okay. So that just like sets my region. I don't have to be within the trigger. Also, that ambush is firing more than once, which is a little concerning. Okay, that helper does look better though. I don't know. Yeah. Doesn't want me to go to camp. Shoot, that's another thing I'll have to figure out. I guess I could just make it a danger region. Either camp or I think I'll probably just make a danger region for now, and then if I do get to make this like a full thing, then I can make a custom camp. I don't know what that is. That's the thing. I'm very shaky on like the procs in particular. Okay, I don't need to be in turn-based mode. Thank you very much. Please. Definitely some bugs to figure out. So it's kind of, the decal's kind of freaking out too. Maybe it's just that angle. It also doesn't appear on the mini map until after I use it. Or maybe even after I use it directly, maybe? Okay, I broke something. Because now the symbol doesn't appear at all. Okay. Nope. Okay. I broke something. We will come back to that. I'm gonna wrap up soon here. I don't think anyone's watching. And that's a-okay. Not doing this to be a professional streamer or anything. But I do want to... I realized, or I found out... Where's the terrain painter? It's been a second. That's the other thing I had going. Let me save this loadout. Well, not this loadout. Something like that. That works. Tools. Save loadout. Yep. And then B2. There, I believe there's just like a plain black texture that apparently they use black A, I think. There we go. And then I think we just paint, yeah. To like give the impression that it's the void. This is another thing I'll really have to test. And then I don't think, yeah. Okay. I won't do all of it, but I'll just start painting a bit. Gives the impression of like the void when the camera kind of goes off. I think I have a good amount of camera blocker triggers. It's something interesting about this engine is like how many different types of triggers they have going. But once you kind of get used to it, it makes a lot of sense. Because at first that's why I like cut all this extra terrain. Maybe that also helps, maybe it doesn't. Hopefully it at least doesn't hurt. That's the goal. Especially like right there, like we don't want the player to like see off into places we don't want them to be, at least not yet. So this area that we've been working on is the entrance, but I think I'd like to expand up this way, see more like actual structures, because a lot of this at the moment is very like cavey. There's some like structures in like some select parts, but a lot of it is caves. And that might be this whole shindig. I'm just gonna give it a nice coat of paint. Even down here, why not? Interesting that you can't paint. I wonder if that's a different layer or something. Interesting. Did I do okay? This top terrain? I think so. Actually, you know what? Let's just get her done. B3. Set the right... I need to add this in. I don't know. Maybe it's just like a lighting thing. Doesn't totally look like it takes. I'll have to like erase everything else, I guess. Or maybe there's a hierarchy? Let's find out. Doesn't look like it. Okay. I can just do some erasing, that's not a big deal. don't think she has to be perfect. Just trying to add in that layer of polish. I'll have to take a look at the base game and see if they cut all their terrain or not. Part of me thinks that it would like help with the rendering the terrain because there's like less things for like light to bounce off of, but I really don't know. Oop. See a smidge there. This might be overkill, but we're making it up as we go. This is another big area I'd like to expand if I'm able to expand this mod. Have a whole, like, more city like houses off in this direction. Right now it's just kind of a vista with some floating things. Sure we're not encroaching anywhere we shouldn't be. Ah, yes, the people I'm afraid to delete. It's always like scary like deleting things in a project because I think Baldur's Gate is like pretty good about it, but definitely like some projects will like, especially if like in scripting like you've referenced that entity somehow and you have no idea where and you delete it, then the whole level breaks. Definitely have to tread with caution. Okay, I want to see if I can erase. Nice. And then just erase a little bit off here. Something like that. Okay, and then I thought I got rid of this. Oh well. And then this. Up. Oh, not that. Okie doke. Make sure we're not bleeding anywhere. Okay, okay. Then just this little area. I guess I could put them in the asylum. Give them some friends. think that's looking pretty good. Do a bit down here. I'm actually just gonna use... I don't want to get up on the edges, really. But just the floor here should be good. It's kind of funny seeing the mesh move like that. Do you see the base here? It's like expanding and growing and shrinking. It's kind of freaky. Just trying to sell this illusion a bit more. This bottomless pit. Something like that. Let me tell you, rock assets hate to see me coming. I'm gonna crash them all together. Is that an improvement? We turn on the real lighting. That's not the real lighting. There is the real lighting. Yeah. I don't know if it's an improvement, but I don't really remember if you could like really see the bottom before, but we'll call that an improvement. Is there any other little areas? You can do some of this too. Oh. Oh, maybe it should be a base layer. Oh wait, I don't think it should actually. I think it's adding, I think all the base layers are like added together maybe. Okay. A lot of this is probably okay. I don't think you can see. Most of this is covered by rocks, but just in case. Cameras is like one of the very most difficult things in games, which you maybe wouldn't expect, but it's pretty crazy. Yeah, that's pretty much all covered with rocks. I don't really want to get the lip there going. I think it's fine. It's the mimic area. This would be the only place, really. Yeah, that's fine. That's good. Again, I'll have to just like kind of play with this in the game and see if I can break it. But I think that's looking pretty solid, at least as a first pass. Cool, we'll leave it there. I am gonna move those guys into the asylum just to make sure they're not so lonely. Ooh. As long as they don't like, I don't think they're hostile. I could be wrong. Oop. It's kind of cool that their IK, their inverse. Oh, hello. Their inverse kinematics. You can like see their feet move up and down. I don't know. It's so little, but it's funny to me. I'm sure there's a button somewhere that's a snap to ground. I'm just getting all my hotkeys mixed up. Okay. I'm pretty sure these guys are neutral. Oh, they are not. Neutral NPC. Go ahead and save. Also want our fake ASIC. I feel like I need a name for FASIC. We'll workshop it. Make sure no one's gonna murder each other. Great. Are you back to 78? Yes, great. I really just need to make like a dummy NPC if I want to do testing. Let's just do a good old save. I think the spells are almost there. I definitely have, because I keep the message log hidden, definitely have some missed messages that I should check. Like, a lot of this isn't me, but could... Like, I'm pretty sure I saw some... It's Karlak, that's fine. Story object. Okay, I'll have to look into that. Also, I love this category spot. There was some about these spells that I wanted to look at. I wonder if I have to like actually like reload the stats. Oh, that's the wrong one. I want the stats editor, not the UUID editor. And spell data. Like, this wall one is definitely, like, I think it's going to yell at me that this spell properties is a little broken. If I hit validate, that'll do it. Finish validating all tables, okay. If I reload stats, maybe? That got me some. Okay, that's not me. Destroy condition, thought machine. Not sure. Oh, hello, hello. I'm good, how are you? I'm trying to figure out, I know some of my stats here are, yeah, here we go. Okay, I knew the Savant wasn't going to be working, because that's set in enumerations. I'm not really a regular streamer, I'm just kind of like trying it out. I'm a game developer, so I figured, I don't know, there's some fun stuff in game development. Just trying to be a very like low-key stream as I'm working on some projects, you know? Parse puncture. Okay, so reloading stats is what got. Okay, so I'll have to go through each of these messages later. That's fine. Other games. As far as like development goes, I've worked a lot in like Bethesda's creation kit, a lot in like Skyrim and Fallout. Games though, like actual playing games, been playing a bunch of Claire Obscure recently. Big fan. Also love Jennifer English, who voices Shadowheart and Mael. Also recently been playing the Hades 2 recent update, and I haven't played in a second, but I was into Marvel Rivals for a good bit. I'm not usually into like a lot of like shooters. The last one I really got into was Team Fortress 2. But I've been having fun with Marvel Rivals. What else is on my list here? Yes, of course. Waypoints. That's in progress. Gravity feature, duration, region. That's kind of working. Want to block out terrain edges. Camp or danger region. Okay. I feel like for the stat stuff, I need to just like be in the nitty gritty. So I'll do that later. I'll have to test a lot of this in game. Why haven't I upgraded my channel? Yeah, I don't really have like any of the bells and whistles. Yeah, like no logo, no banner, nothing really. I just haven't. This is only like my second stream, so I'm like, well, it's probably not like worth all the putting in that time until I'm like a little bit more settled, you know. Like I said, still just trying to like oh, custom things, sure. Yeah, just trying to like get a feel for the whole process. Oh, thanks for following me. I'm still getting used to all to this side of Twitch. I do have Discord, but I would rather not just put that out in the internet. Sorry. I want to check if my cinematics are broken. Oh, cool. I'll give you a look. Okay, cinematics didn't break. That's great. I do really need to work on this camera, or at least the lighting. It's a little rough. I am not a dialogue or a cinematics designer for sure. Okay, is there anything else really on my list before I wrap up? I think that's the next big one, is shadowing out the sealed door. So I think that's probably a good time. Oh, not save as. Haha. Although someone did mention like saving their scripts externally, that's not a bad idea. Get out of here. Save all. And let's do a local build. All right, well, I think that will go ahead and do it. Gonna get out of here. Yeah, I'm gonna end the stream there. Thanks, Audrey, for I'll send it right after I hop off here. But thanks for popping in. Yeah. Cool. Thanks, and if anyone's watching this after the fact, thanks for tuning in. Okay, have a good night.